What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are back from SHOT Show. Had a lot of fun there. I went for work, so I was not there for YouTube purposes. I did a little bit of kind of networking, tried to get some pictures and videos that I posted over on Instagram. So go check that out if you'd like to. Guns_gear_the great outdoors, or it's linked down in the description. Go ahead and go give us a follow, and you guys will be able to keep up on all the cool stuff we're doing. Like I said, I just got back from traveling, and that required me to go through TSA, and I did not check a bag, so I couldn't bring all of my stuff with me. So I tried to set up my everyday carry to be TSA approved, and I did successfully make it through with everything that I was hoping to. So what we're going to go through in this video is everything that I carried to kind of give you guys an idea of stuff you can take with you so that you can be as prepared as possible. Not only for the stuff that I had on my person, like in my pockets, but we're also going to talk about the stuff I took out of my toolkit that I have. And if you want to see everything that's in that toolkit, go watch this video up here. Actually, I think it's on this side, this video right here. And then come back and we'll walk back through it, and I'll kind of show you guys what I took out of it. I didn't have to do a lot to it, thankfully. I kind of, when I built it, had that in mind of like, if I knew I was going to probably be traveling for work, so I didn't want to have to do a lot of work to make it TSA approved. Per usual, everything that we talk about will be linked down in the description, so go check that out. And please shop through those links if you can. Most of them are affiliate links, if I can make them affiliate, and that just helps out the channel. And with that, let's go ahead, let's get down on the bench and let's get into it. So first things first, I did take my phone with me. Did not have to change anything with it. They allow phones. Nothing new there. Took my wallet with me. Also did not have to change anything here. The amount of metal that's in this, they don't have a problem with. There's nothing special to go along with the wallet. We did take the comb with us and some extra cash because I'm away from home. It's always nice to have a little bit of extra cash when you're not at a place where you can readily get it. One item that I honestly was not sure about was going to be my flashlight, since it does have kind of a big battery in it. I wasn't sure if I was going to get any kind of weird looks or anything about it coming through the tray, but no questions about it. Got to take it with me. This is my Mod Light PLH version 2. Really good light. Got to talk to those guys over at SHOT Show. They released some cool stuff, so go check that out. They've got a really cool new everyday carry light that I think is going to be really good. Next up is my multi-tool. So normally I carry a Leatherman. This is from a company called Next Tool. Just got it off Amazon. It's actually advertised as a TSA approved multi-tool. It's got pliers in it, spring, just your standard kind of skinny small pliers. New tools on the inside. It's only got a couple here on the outside. You have a flat blade, or not flat blade, a Phillips on one side, and then this other side you have your flat blade and a bottle opener. And over here you have TSA approved scissors, because they are non-locking and they are smaller than 4 inches from the pivot point to the end of the blades. So nothing special with this tool. Does not have near as much as like my normal multi-tool does, but it's very small and compact, and it did come in handy, especially being able to have these pliers readily available just in my pocket. That was quite nice. And TSA actually pulled this out, looked at it, they looked at all the tools that were in it, and they said it was perfectly fine to have. So recommend this. And then it's a relatively inexpensive multi-tool, so if for some reason you get somebody who's got a problem with it for whatever reason and they make you throw it out, it's not the end of the world. It's not a huge loss if you do have to get rid of it. Next up is something different that I don't normally carry on me, but I carried it for SHOT Show because it was nice and convenient for putting like business cards and everything into, is this notebook case by a company called Lockbee. The outside is like this almost wax canvas type of material, and on the inside it just has a notebook. This is like a field notes size notebook that you can put into here, and then over here is where I put all the business cards or stickers and stuff that I would get from people. So this is a really easy way to make sure I kept it organized. I put all the ones that were for my work on this side and all my ones that were for me over here. On the outside, we have a Write in the Rain pen. I do plan on putting a Write in the Rain notebook inside here at some point once I get through the one that's in here, so I figured we might as well go ahead and load it with one of those. And this little guy was actually my knife for being out there. And it is Gerber, and it just takes standard utility blades. It's very small. You can just take that screw out, and then utility blade pops out, you close it, and now this is no longer a knife of any sort. It's really just a money clip when it's in this kind of configuration. They didn't even pull it out and look at it. They just kind of left it alone. And then when I got into town, I was able to get a packet of utility clips for, I don't know, a couple bucks. Use those, and then before I left, I just took the screw out, threw all the blades away. Now I'm back to being TSA compliant, and then that gave me the ability to have some form of a knife when I was traveling. Pretty nifty. Just threw this in my pocket, and was really nice. It's just small enough to fit into the back pocket. It sticks up out of your pocket a little bit, but not bad. So this was super nice to have along with me. Last thing for everyday carry was my med kit. We've talked about this guy in my previous video. This is Dark Angel Medical's ankle kit with a Snake Staff Systems tourniquet in it. Wore this around for the show, and I was not there when it happened, but we did actually have a stabbing at SHOT Show, which I would argue is probably one of the best places to have that happen to you, because he was immediately attended to by a gentleman from, I don't remember what company it was with. If I can find it, I'll put it up here. But that gentleman had a IFAK on him, and he used that to treat the man who had been stabbed. And there's this really cool picture of him standing there with his arm up in the air with a tourniquet on it. There's blood on the floor and everything, but he was responded to just like that and ended up being okay from my knowledge. But we put this on our ankle so we were prepared if we needed to handle anything. And that just kind of shows you that it's always a good idea to have medical on you, because you never know when you will need it. Last important thing is my toolkit. This, like I said, this is the toolkit from my bag. This is how I had it configured. I didn't change anything about it from when I've gotten home. And kind of quickly run you guys through this. I won't get into the specifics of everything, but we have a micro screwdriver here. We have a Allen wrench that takes standard bits. All of our bits are back there. We have electrician's scissors, which surprisingly enough, these are TSA compliant, because these are not 4 inches long from the, these are less than, I think it's 3 inches long from the pivot to the end of the blade. So these were TSA compliant. They saw them, they didn't take them. This was the piece that I was unsure if I was going to get to keep or not. I made it through twice and nobody said anything. Got my socket set in here as well, a little extender, the Knips pliers, lighter, zip ties, knife sharpener, and paracord, and then duct tape in the back there. This was another thing that I was very surprised about. They actually tried to take this on my way back because they said that they thought it was a fire starter, like a magnesium one. They said, you can't have that because it's used to start fire. And I said, oh, no, this is steel, and it's for sharpening knives. It's just part of my kit that I just didn't take it out. She was like, oh, okay. And I said, well, if I can't have things that start fire, this is a lighter. Can I not have that? And she goes, oh, no, that you can have that, but you can't have a torch because of the temperatures it gets to. Apparently this does not get hot enough for them to be concerned about, which I thought was bizarre and interesting. But 2 TSA agents opened this up, looked at it. It's very clearly right there. Nobody even said anything about it. So for those of you who have not seen the video going over what each individual item is, really the only thing that I had to take out was my extra multi-tool. Since it has a locking blade, I couldn't take this with me. So all I did was pop this out. Now it's technically TSA compliant. The general rule on tools, I believe, is that it has to be smaller than 7 inches in length. So all of this is very small and compact since it's my everyday carry. And they didn't say anything about it. I mean, the bag got flagged, obviously, because there's a large amount of metal in my backpack. So they had to take it out and look at it and everything like that. But they both looked at both this and my lockpicking kit, actually, and didn't have a problem with either of them. The lockpicking kit, I think, is a little more dependent upon where you're coming from and where you're going. It depends upon their laws, but they didn't have a problem with either of them. And with that, that is my TSA approved everyday carry. Hopefully you guys found this useful. If you're going to be traveling for work, this should give you an idea of stuff to carry with you so that you can be as prepared as possible. Like I said at the start, everything is linked down in the description, so go check that out. That's where you can buy everything. And remember, cheapest way to support the channel is to leave a comment. Go down and tell me if there's something different that you like to carry if you travel and you don't check a bag, or if you think that there's something better I could have gotten, or if there's a different option for any of the stuff that I had to take with me. The best way to support the channel is go buy a shirt. We've got all of our merch over in the shop. It's in the link down below. I'm wearing our end of season monster. You know, we're kind of coming up to the end of deer season here in Ohio. We're getting close to the end of it, so everybody's, you know, starting to, those little bucks are starting to look a lot bigger. Once again, I want to thank you guys for staying to the end of the video and for watching. Please like, subscribe, send this to a buddy who's got to be traveling here soon and that could find this useful. And remember, train hard, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. You know, it was the first time in like 3 years that I didn't have my gun with me, or like my knives, and I felt so naked without them. I felt like I was very unprepared. Like I had as much stuff as I could, but just, it's crazy. I'm gonna have to check a bag next time.